And good morning, everyone, and welcome back to Neely FX. My name is Michael Neely, and this is the channel where I talk about foreign exchange trading, and prop firm trading. And this is how we do it. First, let's talk about the risk disclaimer screen, since we're talking about making money and trading and stuff like that. And I live in the United States; it's kind of required. So we'll come down here to the risk disclaimer screen. This channel is for educational and entertainment purposes only, and does not constitute trading or financial advice. I am a professional trader, not a broker, trading my own capital. I do not solicit funds, manage client accounts, nor do I hold CFTC or NFA registration. Forex trading is highly speculative with a high risk of losing some or all of your investment capital. To only trade with funds you can comfortably afford to lose. And yes, you're also hearing Henry, the Forex trading parakeet. He's also joining us this morning. Uh, Here's the CFTC risk disclosure. Forex trading carries a high degree of risk and may not be suitable for all investors. The high degree of leverage can work against you as well as for you. So before trading with Forex, carefully consider your investment objectives, experience, and risk appetite. You could sustain a loss of some or all of your investment capital. I'm watching the sound thing peg high every time he does something, so it's kind of humorous. But he's right here behind my head. Ow, behind my head actually. And yes, he's been sharpening his beak while I've been at work to exact his revenge on me for some reason. But this is where we left off last week. This is what the currencies look like. We're just for a weekly look ahead, where we kind of see if we can figure out what's going to happen next week, or see what good trading days are going to be. So first, let's adjust this to the weekly. Okay, let's set on next week. Apply settings. And here's what we've got going on. Oh, look at that. We've got core PPI coming out on Tuesday for the United States. That'll be interesting. And then some German info, IFO business climate. That'll affect the euro. We'll see how that's going to work. He's really kind of bothering me right now. Let's see. We've got retail sales after that, so that'll be a good indication of. And core retail sales. That'll let us know what's going on with the American investment market. And then here we have unemployment claims again on Wednesday. Usually come out on Thursday, coming out on Wednesday. And preliminary GDP. How about that? We've got GDP numbers coming out for the last quarter. This is fourth quarter, so that'll be third quarter. So that'll be interesting to see what happens on that on the 26th, the day before our holiday in the United States called Thanksgiving. We will not be trading on Thanksgiving. I may not even make a video on Thanksgiving. Probably won't. But at any rate, and then Friday we're back at it again with Canadian GDP. So it's probably going to be a quiet trading week on the American side. However, currencies, everyone in Europe does not celebrate Thanksgiving. They probably should, but for different reasons. But there's a big story about that if you want to read about it. If you're not in the United States, if you're in the United States, here's something that we just started. We're going to be starting a new $30,000 challenge. It's an active challenge. I've got 0 trades in it so far. So here's the goals. We need max daily loss of 7.5%, and then target profit of 10%, and a max loss of 15%. I'm going to be looking at it from a 6% perspective on daily loss and 10% on max loss. Those are the goals there to make sure that I don't hit those other parameters. Because I'm going to be trading smaller trading sizes than I have been. That's the strategy going forward. And here's what that trading platform looks like. See? Then if you really want to know, we'll look at the November trading challenge that I'm in, which you're going to log in there. And yes, as you can see, my password is asterisk, 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 asterisk. And this account will, of course, go away at the end of the year, or at the end of the month rather. So here's where I am right now. That's not true. Net P&L is 8. Really? How did I do that? Interesting. I had a big loss here, but I guess my net P&L is 8. I've got to get to at least one more trading day in before I pass that parameter too. I'll go back to here. Not there. Here. And go back one to my account details. That will log me out. How about that? Well, we'll do that another time. Let's see. Let's get back into here and let's see what's going on here. Dollar index. For the dollar index, we are got a nice little doji forming right there with the Bollinger Band's not really going anywhere, so not a whole lot of active trading right now. I think everyone's sitting back trying to see what's going on the American side. Most likely, that's probably a good thing to see. For our resistance trend line is turning into support here, which is kind of interesting. Used to be resistance up here, broke through, now it's coming down, and now it's support. So we might continue to see a slide on the euro as far as that goes. Again, it's got a long way to go before it comes down to here. It comes down to here, it's got a long way to go. So this is something we'll keep an eye on, see if we can make some money on it. Right now it's bouncing back and forth really well. So if you're selling the euro versus the dollar, then probably want to keep some tight stops on that. Yeah, that or the other way, really long, really heavy stops and smaller trade volume. I'm not going to, since that trend line is still useful, because now it's converted to support, I'm going to leave it there. Probably figure out how to draw a pitchfork right in between there and get that more accurately set. Pound versus the yen. Again, now same thing. For our resistance trend line has turned into a support trend line. So we'll see if it comes down, probably come down to about here before it rebounds again. So it's going to test 156 is what I'm thinking. So might want to do a buy stop around 156 and go from there. Might be something fun to do. 40 more pips before we get there though. And again, monthly, weekly, or daily support trend line in this is toast. It's way back here, and it has pretty much fallen apart. It's almost needs to be drawn down here like that, as such. 4-hour support trend line has turned into a resistance trend line. So we're going to kind of keep our eye on that. To kind of form a little wedge right here. Higher highs. We've got a long way to go before that happens. Pound versus the yen. We have big sell-off in the pound versus the yen. Closed right at that previous candle's low. So we've got big time lower lows. We could see a lot happening where the Japanese yen is catching up with a lot of other things. And again, trend lines are good here, so we're going to keep going from there. Dollar versus the Canadian. It's doing what the dollar versus the Canadian does. Hit that daily resistance trend line and bounce right back down to the key resistance level. Very interesting how this trades. Very, very interesting. So that might be something to keep in mind. So watch it sell off to about here and then catch back up again. Maybe. Canadian versus the yen is again big sell off there. And I almost did the exact same thing that the British pound versus the yen did. Henry's playing with some coins on my shelf right now. So if you hear some coins falling off, he doesn't like the Canadian coins for some reason. He throws them on the floor. I don't understand. But anyway, here we have the Aussie versus the dollar, and it's again selling off. Oh, let's see what Bitcoin's doing real quick. Bitcoin is trades over the weekend. Oh, look at that! It's powering up to 86. There's some speculation there's going to be a big rotation of people fleeing currencies, cryptocurrencies, and getting into gold. That'll be a very interesting twist in the investment world. Bitcoin is supposed to be the savior of the universe, and it really has no practical use. So, besides being a financial instrument of some sorts, but there's really nothing behind it. It's to me, it's just an empty suit, a very expensive empty suit, but an empty suit. Here we have gold. So gold is continuing to just bounce back and forth, and again, our trend lines are still good. Again, resistance trend line has turned into support, so we're not really going to do anything with that trend line. We have a downward, should have a 4-hour new resistance trend line right there. We could change this one to green. And call that support. And then have another trend line up here. I'll use array. There. There. Make that one red. And we'll call it resistance. You know it's a trend line. But I also need to put it on the 4-hour screen. Make sure that it is holding. And it is not. Henry, what are you doing? Oh well. So then we'll come back to the daily screen, see what's going on there, and daily screen, that looks all right. Looks like we're coming into a big triangle type wedge with lower lows. So I think we're going to see another bounce on gold here real soon. Probably do a buy stop around 40.47 maybe. That's what I'm thinking. That'd be a good opening trade for Monday. And then that's a trade you can hold on to and actually build more capital into as time goes on. And then silver. Silver, almost the same thing. 4-hour resistance trend line is turned into support, kind of, sort of, except it's not respecting the trend line as much. That support trend line is up here at this level, about right at about 50. So silver is kind of coiling and gearing up for another takeoff. So we're going to see metals taking off this week, it looks like. We'll probably be metal heavy on our trades. And I still like the pound yen. Let's see if that sells off as much as the dollar yen rather. Dollar yen, see if it sells off as much as the pound yen and the Canadian yen. Could see another buy stop coming in around 156. So that's going to be what I'm going to be focusing on trading this week. Not a whole lot of changes with the trend lines. Everything seems to be moving in the same patterns. We'll see if we make some money at it next week. So that's about all I've got. If you like this video, then by all means like it. Go ahead and say hi and hit the thumbs up button. If you want to know when more of these videos are coming out, then subscribe to the channel and you'll get notifications of when they come out. And we're off playing fun, having fun doing shorts. And also one more thing. Oh yeah, if you have any comments, by all means comment, and I'll get back with you as soon as I can. So you guys have a great one. Talk to you later. Bye.